Good morning, children. Already we finished in social one history lesson, the First World War, and in geography lesson, India, location, relief and drainage. Today we are going to see the first lesson of civics. That is, the lesson is Indian Constitution. Here, the Constitution means it is the fundamental rights and duties which contains, it is an order, it is a law, it contains the duties and the rights of the people of a citizen. That is called as the Constitution. Here, this Indian Constitution is very important. Each and every nation, all the democratic nation should have a constitution. Constitution is very important. அரசியல் அமைப்பு சொல்றோம்ல, that is only constitution. So all the nations, it should have a constitution. So we also, after the independence, when we got our independence on August 15, 1947, we got the independence. So after the independence, the leaders of India, they agreed to make a constitution. They decided to make a constitution. For that, they organized one group of people. They organized a conference, one group of people, and they make this constitution. This constitution contains the laws, the fundamental rights and the duties of a citizen. Understand? We come across all the nations of the constitutions, and afterwards we took some other important the important points of other nations' constitution. On the basis of the other nations' constitution only, we framed our Indian constitution. Especially the concept of constitution was first, it was made in USA. Constitution அப்படினு உருவானது எங்க அப்படினு சொன்னா, the first constitution was made in the concept, constitution அப்படின்ற கான்செப்டே first எங்க உருவாச்சா, in USA only. So these are all about the introduction. Okay, why we should have a constitution? Now we'll see what is the need for the constitution. So this constitution is very important for a country to govern the people. The people should know what are the rights, the fundamental rights given to them, and what are the fundamental duties which they should do for the country. You have to understand what are fundamental rights and what are fundamental duties. Understand, children? Fundamental rights are the rights given to the people. Fundamental duties are the duty, கடமைகள் சொல்றோம்ல, the fundamental duties are the duties should do to the government. கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்காக, நாட்டுக்காக நம்ம என்ன செய்கிறோமோ அது ஃபண்டமெண்டல் டியூட்டிஸ். அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? ஸோ டு கவர்ன் த பீப்புள், all the countries should have a constitution. So this is very important. Constitution is very important. This is the need for a constitution for a country. Okay. Now we'll pass on to making how we make our Indian constitution. We'll see that. A constitution assembly, constant போட்டா நீங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும் constitution. Okay, constitution assembly was set up in 1946. 46 by the cabinet mission. A constitution assembly was set up in 1946 by the cabinet mission of India. Understand? Here in that, how many provinces we have? Nearly 389 provinces. It participated, 389 members. They are participated in the conference, and the assembly, the first meeting was held in December 9, 1946, the first assembly, the first meeting. The first meeting was assembled in December 9, 1946. This is very important. In this first meeting, Dr. Sachidananda Sinha, he was the oldest member of the first meeting. He only presided over the first meeting, Dr. Sachidananda Sinha. Understand? After they started to frame the constitution. During this time, Dr. Sachidananda was died. So, there was no president. So, they appointed Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad first president was Dr. Sachidananda, okay, Sinha. He was the first president, but during making the constitution at that time, he was died. So, there was no president. So, all other members of the Constitution Assembly, they organized, they appointed Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the next president to frame the constitution. And there were two vice presidents, they are H.C. Mukherjee and Krishnamachari. Okay. And the assembly met 11 sessions, 11 meetings, 11 meetings vachanga, and 166 days. 166 days of meeting they worked. Okay. And they make some laws, the rules and regulations they made, and all the rules and regulations, the people, the members of the assembly, the people, they wanted to draft the rules and regulations. இதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும், இதெல்லாம் rules அப்படின்ட்டு செட்டப் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. But they have to draft in a paper, no. அதை டிராஃப்டாக கொண்டு வரணும்ல, அதுக்காக they appointed the drafting committee. See all of you, what they have appointed? Drafting committee. So, in this drafting committee, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Who was the chairman? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee, and many other members were also in the drafting committee. This is very important. This drafting committee only drafted the rules and regulations of the constitution. So, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Have you understand, children? Okay. Well, next we'll go on to that next thing. Here finally they drafted everything. Finally they adopted the this constitution on 26th January 1950. They adopted our Indian constitution. Understand? When they adopted the Indian constitution, the constitution was adopted in 26th January 1950. That is why we are celebrating this 26th January as the which day? Very good, Republic Day. So, we got the Republic on 26th January 1950. They adopted that. All the rules and regulations, the fundamental rights, the fundamental duties which they framed, they drafted, they announced that in the year 1950, in which day? 26th January. That is why we are celebrating this 26th January is a Republic Day. So, that time only, that day, this 26th January 1950 only, we got the Republic. But we got the independence in 1947. India got the independence. When we got the independence, you say? Yes, August 15, 1947. August 15, 1947 itself we got the independence. But we got the Republic on 26 January 1950 only. So that day, 26 January, we are celebrating it as the what? Republic Day. Okay. Okay, children. Well, now we'll go to the salient features. What are the important features of the Constitution, Indian Constitution? Have you all understand this? Okay. Well, next we will see the salient features of the Indian Constitution. Children, don't forget, we got the independence in 1947, 15th August. We got republic in, when I told you? Yes, 26th January 1950. So this is very important. Don't forget this. Okay. Now we are going to see about the salient features of Indian Constitution. What are the salient features in the sense? Important. What are the important features, important points for the Indian Constitution? First one, it is the lengthiest and written constitution. எழுதப்பட்ட, lengthiest na very long, நிறைய article அதில் இருக்கு. Understand? Step by step, many divisions are there in the constitution. So first salient feature was, it was a lengthiest and written. First salient feature, lengthiest and written constitution. I told you, cons அப்படி எழுதுனாலே constitution அப்படின்றது அர்த்தம். Okay. And then the second one is, it borrowed the provisions from the various countries. I told you, they decided the leaders, they saw all the constitution, all other countries' constitution, and they took up the important points from the other constitution. So they borrowed the provisions, various provisions from other constitution, other countries' constitution. And third one, it is partly rigid and flexible. What is meant by rigid? Rigid in the sense, hard, கண்டிப்பா இதை செஞ்சுதான் ஆகணும் அப்படின்னு ரூலா நம்ம சொல்றோம்ல, we have to follow. It should not, we don't have any other chance to any other changes அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம்ல. Sometimes the constitution is rigid, very important, very hard, and sometimes it is flexible. Understand flexible? சரி போனா போது, இந்த கான்ஸ்டியூஷனில் நம்ம எழுதியிருந்தாலும் நம்ம all other many organizations we have rules and regulations. இப்போ நம்ம ஸ்கூலில் கூட எடுத்துக்கலாம். என்ன, we have the school in rules and regulations that the students come to school before 9 அப்படின்னு நம்ம வச்சுருக்கோம். We all know that all the students should attend a prayer அப்படின். But if any other sickness is there for the children, any particular student அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், மிஸ் அவங்க வந்து என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போயிட்டு வந்தோம் மிஸ், அதனால் கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆகிடுச்சு மிஸ், ப்ளீஸ் அலோ பண்ணுங்கள் அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் உடனே மேடம் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, அப்படியா சரி, என்ன தான் நம்ம ரூல்ஸ் போட்டிருந்தா கூட ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போயிட்டு வந்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னும் போது மேடம் இஸ் அலோயிங், மேடம் இஸ் பெர்மிட்டிங், கிவிங் கிராண்ட்ஸ் பெர்மிஷன் டு த பேரண்ட்ஸ், டு த சில்ட்ரன். இல்லை அந்த மாதிரி சம்டைம்ஸ் இட் இஸ் flexible also. ஓகே, இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கா, நம்ம சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ our constitution is rigid and flexible. And then the next one is, it is federal government. It is federal government. Okay. And the next one is secular. Federal in the sense, two types of government, central government, state government. We have in India, you all know that there is two government in center and the state. So that is called as federal government. Okay. And next one is the secular state. A constitution, its another important feature is secular state. Secular in the sense, we can follow any religion. Many religions are there in India. this Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism, Sikhism, many religions. We can follow any religion. இப்போ some people என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, ஹிந்துயிசமில் இருக்காங்க, தென் we are converting into other வேறு ஏதாவது ரிலிஜன் நாங்கள் மாறிக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க இல்லை, அந்த மாதிரி we can follow any religion. That is, we are the secular state. We can follow any religion. Understand? And the sixth one is, it is independent judiciary. The judiciary is independent. What is independent? What is judiciary? Judiciary is a justice, judicial system, நீதித்துறை சொல்கிறோம்ல. நம்ம நீதித்துறைக்கு இவங்க கான்ஸ்டியூஷனில் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்களா, it give independent judiciary. That in the sense it is giving independent to the judiciary. நீதித்துறைக்கு தனியாக அவங்களுக்கு என்ன, அவங்க இந்த கான்ஸ்டியூஷனுக்கும் இந்த கவர்மெண்ட்க்கு இந்த பார்லிமெண்ட்டுக்கெல்லாம் கட்டுப்பட்டு இருக்கணும்ன்ட்டு there is no necessary. அந்த ஜுடிஷியரி இப்போ சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் is the highest authority. And in each and every state we have the high court. So இதெல்லாம் high court, supreme court, subordinate court, district court, இந்த கோர்ட் எல்லாம் சொல்கிறோம்ல, they are called as judiciary. அந்த நீதித்துறை சொல்கிறோம்ல, அதுதான் judiciary. Okay, so we have the independent judiciary. And the next one thing is universal. This is very important. Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. This in the sense those who are having the voting right. நம்ம எல்லாம் ஓட்டு போடுறோம்ல, உங்கள் அப்பா அம்மாலாம் போய் ஓட்டு போடுறாங்கல்ல, அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், உங்களுக்கு கூட அந்த ஓட்டு உரிமை இருக்குது. If you are attaining the age of 18, if you attain the 18 years, you are having the right to vote. நான் ஓட்டு போட போகிறேன், எந்த பார்ட்டிக்கு ஓட்டு போட போகிறேன், we don't know. அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், நீங்கள் பெருசாயிட்டு உங்களுக்கே ஒரு கான்ஷியஸ் இருக்குது, எந்த பார்ட்டி நல்லா ரூல் பண்ணுறாங்க அந்த பார்ட்டிக்கு நம்ம ஓட்டு போடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் த யூனிவர்சல் அடல்ட் ஃப்ரான்ச்சைஸ். தட் இஸ் தோஸ் ஆர் மேல் ஆர் ஃபீமேல் ஆர் ரிச் ஆர் புவர், யாரை வேணால் இருக்கலாம், பணக்காரனா ஏழையா, படித்தனா படிக்காதவனா, ஆனா பெண்ணா, எந்த ரூல்ஸுமே கிடையாது ஓட்டு போடுறதுக்கு. சரியா? we have the right to vote. Those who are attaining the age of 18, we are having the right to vote. That is called as universal adult franchise. Have you all understand, children? So these are the salient features of Indian Constitution. What are they? First one, what we saw, it is a constitution is a lengthiest and written constitution. Okay. Another one, we borrowed the provisions of other constitutions of India. Then the third one, it is rigid and flexible. Sometimes it is very strict, sometimes it is flexible. That is rigid and flexible. Another one is federal type of government. We have central government as well as state government. So federal type of government. Another one is we have secular state. That is in the sense we can follow any religion. That is secular states. மத சார்பற்ற நாடு. India is not belong to Hinduism. நல்லா தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க, India is not a Hindu country. India is a secular country. The only Hindu country in the world is Nepal. உலகத்திலேயே நேபாள் மட்டும்தான் ஹிந்து கண்ட்ரி. அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? அது நான் உங்களுக்கு நல்லா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். புரியுதா? மெனி கிறிஸ்டியன் கண்ட்ரிஸ் ஆர் தேர், இந்த யூரோப்பியன் கண்ட்ரிஸ் அதெல்லாம் இருக்குது, தென் முஸ்லீம் கண்ட்ரிஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்குது, உங்களுக்கு அரப் கண்ட்ரிஸ் எல்லாம் தெரியும், பாகிஸ்தான் அதெல்லாம் முஸ்லீம் கண்ட்ரி. இந்தியா இஸ் நாட் அ ஹிந்து கண்ட்ரி. India is a secular country. Understand? We can follow any religion. So that is one of the important salient features written in the Constitution. Another one is independent judiciary. The judiciary, it is having independence, freedom to give cases, freedom to they are having to attain any cases, to give any report. Understand? Independent judiciary. The last one, universal adult franchise. That in the sense we are having the right to vote. Those who are attaining the age of 18, we are having the right to vote. That is called as universal adult franchise. So these are the salient features of a Indian Constitution. Okay.